Afternoon everyone, it's Mel the Kiwi here. We're in level 4 lockdown, so going out is actually frowned upon unless you're getting exercise. To me, metal detecting is my exercise. So what I thought I'd do is just go through bits and pieces I use and what I think is my own opinion. You know, I've been metal detecting since 2014. That's quite a while, and still consider myself not an expert. But yeah, so I got my Simplex. A little while ago, and was a bit frustrated at the beginning, but you know, as Charles Garrett said, give yourself 100 hours plus to learn a new machine, and that's what I've given myself. And I've learned I actually quite like the machine. It's not perfect, I don't think anything will be, but I'm not into the fanboy club. Each person has their reasons for choosing their machine they use. I chose the Simplex for cost. I'm not a wealthy man, I don't have a credit card, and so yeah, but one of the main features that drew me to it was its waterproof feature, as I like going in the water in summer, and if it's hot in some winter I'll do that too. So yeah, one of the drawbacks that I did find with Simply and water was the lower stem. As you can see, it's actually not quite straight because it does this a lot of flexing, and when you put weight on the end, you know, with the coil, it actually gets worse. And in water, you can actually see it visibly move. In my country, we don't have a lot of slow flowing rivers. Ours can move quite fast, which is quite fun, but also not very good when your detector does this, you know, wee flexes like that. So I found that a really big frustration, and also just normal detecting, you can actually see it moving, and it felt quite unstable. So yeah, this thing did not impress me much. And you know, as we know, thankfully they released the carbon fibre shaft, which I'll show later, but my good woman bought me one for my birthday. So yeah, not happy with that. But and also another feature that I really liked was the wireless headphones. I had a Garrett Pro before, and just the headphones and the cord were really annoying. And but yeah, I like these, and my next purchase is going to be the waterproof ones. They're light, comfortable in my big buff head. So yeah, I quite like these. They're very good. If you haven't got any, save up your spendies and get you some. Tail diggers. When I brought my Simplex, I was given, this came with it, the Nokta. Nice, it's light, you know, nice point, nice teeth for cutting roots, opening beer bottles, very good. Okay, before that I had this, is a Garrett. It's really heavy. It's good, but it's heavy, and I was not a fan. You know, good for cutting roots. But yeah, so I'll just use this as a spear now. But my go-to weapon of choice is the Japanese gardening knife, commonly referred to the Hori. This thing is awesome. They reckon it never goes dull, and to this moment in time, I'll give them that. You know, so it's light, it's good, hell of a lot cheaper than this too. Sorry, Nokta, but here, this cost me 60, where this is about 145, I think. Don't quote me. Yeah, it's nice, and also it helps. It slips into the Simplex quite nice to counterbalance. Put them down the handle. Okay, so yeah, very nice. Highly recommended, but that's just my opinion. Okay, yeah. Next thing on the list, pinpointers. Really handy. You know, got this, the Nokta one. It's waterproof, up to a certain depth. It's 10 sensitivities. Silent, vibrate. Little torch on the end, a little light in here. Comes with a different attachment in there. Two you just flew past. Then these little ridges on the end are used for scraping away. I see people stabbing, like, and to me that's not how pinpointers should be used, my opinion only. It's pointing and finding the object, and this is for scraping away the dirt. So yeah, this is good. Took me a while to get the hang of it. A little tip I use is I put the manuals on my phone, and if I get stuck, that's what I read. As a backup, I have the Garrett Pro, my first pinpointer, and I've had this for quite a long time and use it often. I find its depth range compared to this is pretty good. So yeah, it's a backup. Love the term carrot. Oh yeah. Yep. An essential item. Glad it came with my Simplex. The next thing I want to talk about is having a good pouch. I've seen people use fishing vests. It's pretty handy. Yeah. It's a good vest, pouch. It's lasted a while. Pretty durable. Lots of little things in here. Stuff in. Hang the pinpointer off. But also other pinpointer. Good sturdy belt. And also I have this little pouch. This helps with spray, little toothbrush, magnifying glass. Yeah, all fits into this little thing. It's nice. I bought a cheap one off AliExpress a while ago and that just fell to bits. So yeah, highly recommended. A really good pouch. Next is a plug cloth. Thanks to Steve Williams at New Zealand Detecting Discoveries. Double stitched, very strong and quite big. Yeah, it's very good. Can also be used as in level 4. Yep. I used to use an old towel, but it's nice using one of these. Thanks, Steve. To me, one of the most important things to use are gloves. Now, I've tried many gloves over the years, gardening gloves, no gloves, dumb, and have found the cut-proof grade 5 gloves to be the best. I have 2 pairs, different ones. I have Razor X500. Okay, they got a cloth top with a rubberized end. Very good, fit well, and the only problem is doing this stuff on cameras and things. It's not very touch sensitive. So yeah, these have ended up becoming my gardening gloves. So what I use is this Milwaukee cut level 5 gloves. These are used in construction and are really good. They're not waterproof, don't care about that. They're very tough, they're lightweight, and most importantly, I can answer my phone when I've got them on. They're really touch proof. I used to use these in a previous role to pick glass up from car accidents and things like that without cutting yourself. Actually, very awesome. Highly recommended. With the stuff that we dig out of the ground, I cringe at some of the stuff I've actually picked up and gone, I should have had gloves on. You know, when you're digging around in the dirt, you don't know what's going to prick you or cut you. And so yeah, very handy, because without these, and without my hands, I couldn't do this. So yeah, highly recommended. The other thing that I take with me also is the backpack. Yes, it's a Garrett. I've had this since ages ago. Lots of pockets, really handy. You know, just a backpack, and yeah, I like it. Padded, shoulder blades and stuff. So yeah, very good. Great for carrying my lunch. Next thing we'll talk about is this. Yeah, it's not very big, is it? This is actually called a little digger. Yes, it is little. It's quite frowned upon to carry a big spade in the park over here. And when comparing this to this in length, no, they're basically the same size really. So it is a glorified one of these. And it's really handy when I'm in paddocks. Oh yeah, or not using a park. It's lightweight, fits quite well in the backpack. As you can see, easy to carry. Last but not least, this little thing. Pretty cool. Okay, so I have altered mine. I got rid of this, bendy fin, still bent, and got a nice carbon fibre shaft. Thanks to the wife. So yeah, awesome. What it should have come with. This thing is awesome. It's light, it's really strong, does not bend in the water. It is awesome. The stemmers. I also have the SP24 coil. It hasn't come off since I've put it on. It's a nice little coin shooter. It's easy to use, easy to maneuver. I am not going to get a 13-inch DT coil. Can't afford it. Plus it's too bloody big. Right here. So it's a little weirier in here, as I said before. People have made boxes and stuff to stick in, so for their finds, their valuable finds. For me, I find that really simple and easy to use that way, and it adds a bit of a counterbalance. Like, yes. Now, this is for a camera. Yeah. So, the control box. When I first started, these buttons were really hard to push down, but over time got used to it. I like Simply. She's light, she's light, sturdy, and it's easy to just, make small, which I really like. So can hide away in my room. And so yeah, overall a good machine. Does has its quirks, and a couple of things I don't like about it, but that's with everything. Beach mode confuses the hell out of a lot of people. There are some that just go straight to ground balance to 0 or middle mode. Beach and water, I put in a mode where people ground balance to 0 and then change to park mode 2 or stuff like that. Is it because when they tested it on their sand it worked fine? I don't know. I'm not a developer. Yeah, I like the fact that it comes with a torch as well, but to me the torch isn't that bright. Vibrates under the water, which is awesome. It's easy to use under the water, especially in a compact form, which makes it more easier to use. Yeah, overall, nice machine, and probably one I'm going to have for the next year or two. So yeah, it is called Simplex because it is simple to use. Field mode, park 1, 2, all metal, and beach. Pretty simple really. I use field mode mainly with the sensitivity down 1, and I used to call this the rubbish collector because, man, places you go, rubbish everywhere. I have found some awesome things and some not so awesome. Oh yeah, my latest one, Boba Fett's helmet. So that's a level 4 lockdown. I could go and exercise, I suppose. Oh yeah. Okay, have fun. Be careful out there. Another Kiwi saying, Hori.